Hey, y'all.
Hello, everybody.
How are y'all?
Doing good?
Tired?
Yes.
Yeah, time changed, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of feel it leading up to the time change. Like, it feels like it's darker earlier. It's a weird feeling. So
It is.
It's dark in the morning.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dark in the morning, I don't love that. It makes it harder to get out the door.
Yes.
It also makes it harder to see people in the streets.
True.
So, we're going to talk about daylight savings time and talk about some facts and maybe even talk about how we adjust to that. So, it's fall back. And that means we get an extra hour.
Right. Mm-hmm.
What do you do with your extra hour?
Waste it. I don't do anything good with it.
Same. I sleep. I don't think that's a waste, though, but it is not productive. My body loves it, though.
Mm-hmm. See, I feel like I don't even get any more sleep. I don't know. I never use it in a good way. Like, I wish I would. Maybe I am sleeping more. I don't know.
Who knows? I also think that I'd like to say sleep, but in reality, I'm probably up at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
which would make me mad.
Same.
So.
Also makes me mad.
But it happens, and we have to kind of muddle through it. And I don't know. I remember as like a little kid, we would go to church on that Sunday after, and I would be like, we would be early. It felt like we were so
Mhm.
early or so late. Which one is it? So late? Because it'd be light outside. Yeah. So I always thought maybe we missed something.
Right?
It just felt off.
Do you know why daylight savings was invented?
I do not.
So one of the intended purposes was a way to create a way to save energy and to get more use out of our natural daylight time. So we don't have to have our lights on or be burning any candles. I don't know.
Burning candles. That's
You
cute.
know.
Yeah. Because that was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oil, I'm sure that costs money. And,
Yeah.
thank God for electricity.
Yes.
And
Thank you, Benjamin.
also, if you're using more of it, you're paying more.
Right.
You're
It was no, that was Thomason. Thank you, Thomason.
I rolled with it because I thought that was right.
Thomas.
Thanks for the Benjamins to pay for our electricity
No.
that Thomas Edison provided.
That is what I meant.
Fixed it, saved it.
Thank you. Woo! Oh man.
Trust us, we know what we're talking about.
Google it if you're not sure.
Sure. Yes.
We are thankful for the scientist who created electricity.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty smart. And so I know that there are some.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Who did y'all say did electricity?
Thomas Edison.
No, that wait.
He was like
Benjamin Franklin.
I was right.
So you were right.
You were saying Thomason. I'm like, that's not his name. His name is Thomas Edison.
Yeah. Follow
All
your
right.
gut. That goes back to test taking strategies. If you're nervous on an exam, go with your first choice. You are right.
Fact
Nice.
checking. I love this. All right. See, this is how you circle back. It's okay to
Mhm.
make mistakes.
Exactly.
And we used the Google to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we knew deep down inside.
Mm-hmm. I knew it was
She knew.
Yep.
Confident.
Yeah. Okay. We're moving past the scientists.
I always heard that daylight savings was to benefit farmers. Did you hear that as well?
I did learn that actually more recently.
More recently,
Mhm.
I'm seeing something here that it's actually a myth that the farmers originally did not want it. They were very against it at the time because it kind of affected their harvesting of the crops, feeding of the animals, their daily tasks. Didn't really help them at all. Have y'all heard that?
I did not
Nope.
know that either. No.
Found that on the Google.
Well, that's pretty good information. Oh, sorry. All right, sorry about that. So a little facts about daylight savings time. Remember, in the fall, you fall back, right? So you set your clocks, which is so silly. My dad still calls and will say, "Don't forget to change the time." I'm like, Dad, it does it automatically. And also, I do have a giant clock I do have to alter. But anyway, all that. Remember.
Unless it's your oven or your microwave.
Good point.
This is true. Yes. So I guess Dad is right. We should check the clocks, change them. All right. So we gain an hour of sleep for shorter daylight time, no longer, and longer, nighttime hours, which I'm not a big fan of because as soon as it gets dark, put me to bed. I'm ready.
Mhm.
I'm worthless.
Right.
But we are going to talk about how this can change I'm sorry. we are going to talk about how this can affect your sleep. So it may not seem like a huge deal, but experts have explained that the time change can affect your circadian rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
That was a tough word to say.
That was a good job.
Circadian rhythm. Well, that's like your deep sleep. That's like when you are in your REM, R-E-M. And so that's important. Your body needs to get there. So if this is affecting that, we need to make sure we're planning for that. We need that sleep.
Especially like first class, if you're in season, out of season, preparing for your season, all the things.
Yeah. It can definitely interfere with our moods. So if we're not
yes.
rested, we're going to be a little bit crabby. And that might just not be helpful. So plan for that. Obviously, it's already happened. So plan how to cope with it. All right. So whether or not we're fans of it, it's coming. It happened. We got to get ready. Any tips on what you do to prepare or what you do to get over it? And how long maybe does it take you to kind of get used to it?
It definitely takes me a while, probably like a week or 2 weeks to get used to it because I'm in the same boat. Like if it's already getting dark as I leave work, I don't really want to make time to do other fun things because I'm like, oh, it's dark outside. I should be home. But kind of almost making a plan to do my fun things or the after work workout, planning ahead, keeping myself to that routine.
Yeah, maybe telling myself it's not late. I really have to actively remind myself it's not late yet.
I thrive during this time of year. I'm shopping. I am going to stores. I am in the streets. You know why? Because all of y'all are at home because it's too dark for you to be out in the street. I love it. I also sleep better. I am happier. It is usually colder. My electricity bill goes down. The Christmas lights go up. It is just a great time for me. I adjust quickly. Monday, I'm going to be fine. When we spring forward, I'll have a different tone. I'll talk about it completely differently because that's the one I hate. I don't like the spring forward. Fall back, all good in my hood.
It's hilarious. All right, we are also going to talk about the states that don't participate. Did you know that not everyone has daylight savings time?
If we don't have to spring forward, I vote against it.
Yeah, I thought they were trying to change that.
I thought we were done.
I need to do research on the logistics of that because there was some talk about how we're going to stop doing this and then we still are doing this. But the states that do not do this, they have never done this, they've not participated, are Arizona and Hawaii in the U.S. And then we've got some territories like Puerto Rico, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and the American Samoa. They don't do daylight savings time. So that's kind of cool.
That is interesting.
Yeah. So I'm going to read this because I thought this was kind of interesting. It says Arizona gave daylight savings time a try, but the legislature abolished it in 1968, arguing the desert didn't need to juice more daylight because it meant consuming more energy during scorching hot summers. Now, guys, that makes sense. If you are from Arizona or if you've been to Arizona in the summer, you know that that's miserable. So maybe that is why they don't participate. They need it to be darker, longer in the evening to be productive and not burn.
Right.
So it's kind of smart. Any other thoughts?
And then for Hawaii, the Aloha state opted out of daylight saving as well because since they're so close to the equator, the amount of time the sun is on the islands doesn't vary that much throughout the year. So they don't really need to.
That's interesting. So the closer to the equator, you don't really need that.
Right.
Very smart.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. I think that's all we got. Good luck getting rest and not affecting your circadian rhythm.
Yep.
If it does, go to bed earlier. I don't know, find a way to adjust and then keep on keeping on because it's almost finals and we're getting to the end of the semester. So hang in there and get some rest and do your work and all the good things.
All the good things.
Okay. Well, as usual, I hope you left here a little sharper.